channel. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Danielle. I make videos on spirituality, witchcraft, hoodoo, and monthly pick a card readings like this one. So if those things interest you, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at Enchanted Ways for daily inspirational quotes and card readings. Okay, hold on, I don't feel like I'm centered. All right. So, first of all, before I get into the video, I want to shout out Massively Foolish for his continued support. And I want to thank everyone who moves it on over from over there into this channel and subscribe. Welcome to the Enchanted Ways family. And thank you to everyone who participated in the poll. It ended up being a three-way tie, but what is my child secretly struggling with was in the lead for a while, so that's what I went with. And so we have three pals. Group 1, we have Star. Group 2, we have Self-Confidence. And Group 3, we have Tree of Life. And I'm doing it like this so I won't run into any editing nightmares since it's already getting late. So take a minute to pause the video and see which sigil is calling to you the most. I'll have the card selection timestamp in the group timestamp in the description box, as well as in the comment section. I'll also list what decks I am using for this reading. Okay. So, Group 1, what is your child secretly struggling with? But actually, before I even get to Group 1, I do want to say, if you felt compelled to click on this video, but you don't have children, then what will be revealed in this reading is something that you've been struggling with that is secretly rooted in a childhood trauma. Okay, so just wanted to throw that out there. Now, with Group 1, gotta fix that today. Now, this is the Animal Wisdom Tarot, Oracle of Shadows and Light, and Alice the Wonderland Oracle. And so what I asked those cards is, what is your child secretly struggling with? Now we have the Herbcrafter's Tarot and the Angel Answers Oracle. And what I asked those cards is, how can you help? What could you do to help? And is it your place to help or get involved? And then I finally asked, this is the Witch's Kitchen Oracle. This is the Mystic Mondays Tarot. I asked those cards, what will the outcome be? How will things pan out in the end? What is the end game of this situation for your child? And then finally, I asked the Zodiac Oracle for a time frame. Now, FYI, when it comes to the future is utterly fluid. So you watching this reading right now can affect the future. So it's an approximation and it's an estimation of a time frame, because again, you know, the future can change like that. So without further ado, I'll do this. Let's get into your reading, Group 1. So we have Three of Branches in reverse. We have Seeker of Branches in reverse. So Three of Wands and Knight of Wands. Throat drop. We have Fox, Seer of Branches. We have Strangely Lonely, holding on way too tight. Pink Lotus Fairy, A Time for Spirit. Angel of Alchemy, Miracle. Angel of Time, Working Too Hard. Strange Valentine, Love is Strange. And finally, for what is your child secretly struggling with, we have impossible things in reverse, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, fresh perspective, do not drink poison, do not do things you know are bad for you, and falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, change. Okay? Let me move my little stuff out the way. Okay? And then, how can you help and should you get involved? We have the Empress, Rose. We have the Sun, St. John's wort. We have Three of Fire, Calendula. We have the Magician, Sunflower in reverse. We have Within the Next Few Months. We have Wait. We have, oh, and these are how will everything pan out. So we have Yarrow, Expulsion. Coriander, Immortality. The Magician in reverse again. The Fool. Nine of Wands. And then finally, for a time frame, we have Cancer in 4. Okay. So, what is your child secretly struggling with? Now, I'm going to be honest. No, I didn't get any young children coming through for any of the readings, really. They're either teenagers or grown. That's what I've been picking up on. So, now for this particular situation, we have Three of Branches in reverse, Seeker of Branches in reverse, and then we have Seer of Branches in reverse. Now we have a lot of fire in here, so this could be dealing with creative endeavors. Maybe your child has been struggling with a situation at work, or it could be a love situation, or both, because we do have Working Too Hard and Love is Strange up here. But with these cards especially, I feel like Three of Branches is about transformation and seeing things in a new perspective. And so with this being reversed, this is not what your child is doing right now. They're blocked and maybe even consciously avoiding change. Okay. And now with the Camel's Knight of Wands in reverse, or Secret of Branches in the Animal Wisdom Tarot, this is about travel. It's about changing. It's about taking steps toward your goal. And so with this being reversed, your child may be at a standstill. Whoops. Not wanting to move forward, not knowing how to move forward, really just being at a crossroads, because we have the Magician energy, which is crossroads energy twice in reverse, and we have Falling, and we have Seer of Branches. Now, Fox is considered a guardian of the in-between, because you only see foxes, like at dawn or dusk. And so this is really the space that your child is in right now, this in-between energy, not knowing where to go, trying to leave the past behind, but not knowing what the future holds. Excuse me. And so just being stuck and not moving, resisting change because they don't know what direction really to go in right now. Holding on too tightly to past ideas, old ways, or just beliefs. And your child really needs to take a time out to get in touch with themselves, put themselves first and take a time out for spirit, put their spiritual journey and their spiritual development first, so that the miracles can flow. Because we have this angel of time working too hard. We have strange Valentine. And actually, although Empress came out, and what can you do to help your child? This to me feels like it goes together, because it's telling you a story of what's been going on with your child. They've been putting everybody first but themselves, really being in that martyrdom energy and working too hard, spreading themselves too thin, helping everybody but themselves. And so by doing this, they've really depleted their energy. Those fires of creativity, that passion that they had for themselves, their own endeavors, is really gone. They've just done too much. They've given too much to others in their life, and it's taken a toll on their mentality, because this is actually, having a very pessimistic outlook on life when this card comes in reverse. It's believing that miracles are only for other people and that miracles are not for, your child. Thinking that there's no point in trying to change things, because they feel like, well, nothing happens when I try to fix things anyway, or at least for myself, they don't recognize themselves as the angel of alchemy. They feel like, okay, well, good things happen to other people, and these fantastic serendipitous things, the star energy happens to other people and not them. But actually, it is them lending the star that is them to other people and giving it away to so many people and so many different endeavors, instead of keeping it for themselves, that they have this false perception that miracles can't happen for them. It's just that they need to keep some energy for themselves. But things will work out, in the end. They do have this fox energy with them, which is about, common sense and cunning. Foxes are always, considered wise and clever creatures. And so they have this energy with them in this in-between space at this crossroads right now, so they can make good decisions. They can tap into that, and they do have a good head on their shoulders. They know right from wrong. They know what's good for them and what's not. This is just another major lesson that they have to get through, because we do have several major arcana cards here. So this is a major life lesson that they are learning right now, how to balance their desires and doing things for themselves with that helpful nature that they just naturally have, and not hurting themselves in order to help others. This is the major lesson that they're learning. Don't drink poison, don't do things that are bad for you. And so how you can help when it is your time to help, because remember, we have within the next few months and wait. So when it is your time to help, bringing that sun energy to them, bringing that creative energy, that fire and brightness to them, to help them raise their vibrations, to help them replenish that passion that they have, so that they can turn this 3 of fire upright, or rather you lending them that sun energy, or telling them how they can work with the sun, and they tap into that themselves, will turn that 3 of branches toad energy upright, where we are creative now. We're cooking in the kitchen. We feel good. We're doing creative projects. We're doing things that make ourselves feel good. We're willing to make this transformation right now. We're willing to see things in a new light. Now, with Magician coming up twice, and with 3 of branches coming up twice, I feel this is just a signal of the intensification of the energy, how it's coming through twice, because they've just been dealing with it that much. It's been that heavy on them. Now, with the Magician in the reverse, again, that's about crossroads. It's about feeling blocked creatively. But it can also be a signal that the vultures are trying to circle your child. Because when the Magician is in reverse, and it's a signal that the person is vulnerable and that people are looking to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why you are here to help, and that you are being given the green light to get involved, just not yet. I feel like this waiting is for you to just sit in the background and observe. Don't say not one word. Just watch everybody and just take notes. Like, I see you. I see you. I'm not going to say anything yet. I'm going to ask Spirit to give me a sign or whatever, or tap me on my shoulder when it's time for me to, go ahead and get involved in this situation. But I feel like you are waiting in the background right now to take notes so you can have this higher perspective than your child has. So you can see the snakes in the grass. Now, how everything is going to pan out, they're going to expel this self-doubt. They're going to, turn the situation around, cutting themselves free, letting go of whatever it is that they have been holding on to way too tightly, whether it's a person, whether it's, doing too much for people, an idea, whatever it is. But whatever it has been that's been getting in the way of them manifesting for themselves, stepping into their power, they're going to get rid of it. And what follows, I feel like this immortality is just a sign of how they're going to feel, immortal. They're going to feel like they're on top of the world. They're just going to feel renewed. And again, like I said, the magician is coming through twice just to show just how intense that energy is, because new beginnings, new ideas, new perspectives are on the horizon. A new chapter is on the way. It's just that we've got to learn this lesson right now. That's what this Nine of Wands is. We're in the final stretch. We're almost done. But it's just it's such a major lesson. Is taking a while, because this, I feel, is something that they're learning that is going to get deep down into them, that they're going to carry through many lifetimes. Maybe what they are fixing is something that is a generational curse, why it's such a heavy energy on them, because this is what they came to do. I mean, major arcana cards are all, I feel when major arcana cards show up, it's not only something major going on that is going to have ripple effects throughout your entire life, it is also signaling something that is a soul lesson. You've been trying to learn this lesson over many lifetimes, and they are getting there in this lifetime. This is the final stretch here, and we're going to tie up these loose ends. We're almost there. The dawn is almost breaking, basically. Better things are coming, because we have Cancer here, 4. I did ask these cards to give an indication of how far out in the future by the number. And so I'm within a few months, and we have 4. I'm feeling like maybe approximately 4 months. Things will look up for your child. Things will improve with your child. Or it could just be within, in approximately 4 months, that is the time where it will be okay for you to get involved. And I actually feel like what stood out to me the most is this creature back here in the background. I feel like that's you, parent or guardian. That's you, larger than life. You can see everything, and you got your child's back. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they're ready to get that advice from you and want to know, what do you think about this situation? You've already been just keeping your mouth closed for months, taking notes, taking stock, and you will be able to tell them exactly how you see things and help them through this situation. So, yeah, feeling really blocked, your child, feeling stuck, maybe fearing moving forward a little bit, and just spreading themselves too thin is what they've been secretly struggling with. But once they take time out for themselves, once they tap back into spirit, once they get that sun on their skin, that sun energy in their lives, they are going to be replenished, renewed, have a new and fresh perspective, and know exactly what it is that they need to do. And so, y'all want to screenshot that or what have you and incorporate that. Let me just read this real quick. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. And I just feel like that's a sign, you know, letting your child know that they are the star. They are the angel of alchemy. It's just that they have been so caught up in manifesting miracles for other people that they think, oh, well, this can't happen for me. You know, this is it, you know. This is my lot in life. I'm a lucky charm for other people, but I can't get any luck for myself. And it's just not true. It's just that they've been giving away too much energy, not keeping some luck for themselves to manifest in their own life, or at least just you know, keeping enough energy so that they can do their own endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Instead of worrying about everybody else and getting everybody else straight and helping everybody else, you know, meet their goals, there has to be balance, you know. And so that is something maybe you could show them within a few months when it is your time to get involved with the situation. So that is it, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, if this reading resonated with you. And since I did include time frames in this, if you could keep this video in mind and come back and let me know, you know, how things pan out and what was the time frame, because I am curious. I can pick things up, you know, I would say at least 3 years in advance. So I'm always curious as to, I'm still learning, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'm still learning, you know, my intuition and trying to decipher timelines, basically. How far am I picking up something? So, group 2, y'all pick self-confidence, strong self-belief, and sense of self-worth. Hold on, y'all. My nose is getting on my nerve. Hold on. Okay. We back. So, self-confidence, group 2. What is your child secretly struggling with? So, this is the Animal Wisdom Tarot, the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and Alice the Wonderland Oracle. I asked those cards, what is your child secretly struggling with? This is the Herbcrafter's Tarot, the Angel Answers Oracle. And I asked those cards, what can you do to help? And should you get involved? Okay. And I know as parents, we hate to see our child struggle, hate to go through, you know, anything, but you got to remember, the butterfly only flies until it struggles to get out of that cocoon. It has to build up the strength. And so, yeah, it's one of the hardest things to do is just trust that you have done the right thing, that you have planted the correct seeds in your child, and just walk away and hope they can survive shark-infested waters. You know, the shark-infested waters that is this world. And it's a tough thing, but it's not our place to get involved in all situations sometimes, because we'll be stunning them, you know? We'll be helping them out, helping them win the battle and lose the war, basically. So, I know. But, you know, it is what it is. So, Witch's Kitchen Oracle, Mystic Monday's Tarot. I asked these cards, how will everything pan out? What's the end game? How does this situation end? And then the Zodiac Oracle, I asked for a time frame of, you know, when they can expect for things to start looking up. So, we have Otter, 3 of Shells in reverse. We have Crab, 4 of Shells in reverse. We have Jaguar, 8 of Branches in reverse. Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. Candy Cane Angel, it's time for a treat. Ángel de los Muertos, transitions to the spirit realm. Dress of Alchemy, release your power. All must have prizes, trying to please everyone. Painting the roses red, covering up errors. And finally, Never Jam Today, promises that never come to be, empty words, not living for the now, in reverse. So again, those are telling us what your child is secretly struggling with. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune, Kitchen Garden, 3 of Water again, Lemon Balm, the Fool Dandelion. Y'all not gonna like this reading. Tell you that right now. Adelita of Earth, Yucca. I don't think you'll be surprised. You won't like it. You won't be surprised, I don't think. And we have Recovery. And Listen to Your Intuition. And again, those cards are how can you help? And should you get involved? And then finally, how will this situation pan out in the end? And a time frame. So we have St. John's Wort Dispirited, Rosemary Memories, 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands in reverse, Eight of Swords, and the Moon. Okay? So, y'all. All right, I'm back. Now, with this, okay? Now, like I said, I didn't pick up on young children for this reading. So I feel like the children in question are either, young, like young adults, teenagers, or, good and grown. And this is a little bit of both. This is some grown folks situations going on, and this is could be a teenager type situation as well, because we have the 3 of Shells here reverse. All right, and 3 of Shells is about falling into a wrong crowd, being influenced, groupthink, that whole thing. And with that, and it can also be dun dun dun, the affair card. Okay, when it comes in reverse, it can mean that there is a third party, moving in on the marriage. And the fact that Lemon Balm came up to, yeah, we're gonna get to that. But so either your child is, secretly struggling with, they've gotten in with the wrong crowd and they're being wrongly influenced, or, dealing with an adult or close to adult child that is being cheated on. And what is happening, or what has happened with this 3 of Shells energy in reverse, it has led to this 4 of Shells energy in reverse, where your child is missing out on great opportunities because they don't, the opportunities that your child is being presented with, they don't fall in line with this group. And so, they're ignoring them, or, They're not even finding out about them. They're just missing them. And also with this 8 of branches in reverse, this could also mean that they're running with a fast crowd, you know, reckless, rebellious, impatient, because that's what this card is all about in reverse. And again, missing out on great opportunities that are right up under their nose because of this situation, this group that they're dealing with that isn't good for them. Now, the thing about it is they are coming up out of that. You know, we got the storm angel on the horizon. They are going to begin to see that this is not working for them, that I need to cut myself loose from these people, that I need to slow down. Okay, that's why I feel like this, you know, Fair of the Highlands, what popped out to me is the sword. Cutting ties to these people, cutting ties to this situation. This isn't helping me out. And Candy Cane Angel, it's time for a treat. It's time to slow down. It's time to savor, you know. Not move too fast. Stop missing opportunities. Stop listening to these people. Angel de los Muertos transitions to the spirit realm. This is a sign that the ancestors got your back. Maybe you aren't, you know, a part of the situation or privy to what's going on as much as you would want to be, but it's okay because spirit is looking out for your child. The ancestors got your child back, and they will stand up for themselves. Okay, it might take them some time because we got this moon card over here. But they will stand up for themselves eventually. They will release their power eventually. Right now, they're just in this space of trying to please everybody, going along to get along, don't want to ruffle any feathers, you know, don't want any conflict, you know. But it's getting to them, or at least it will. Because we do have the Wheel of Fortune card here, so they're gonna have to get it together whether they want to or not. But again, right now they're just in this space of trying to please people, trying to be this people pleaser, not wanting to upset anybody, not wanting to start any trouble, and not being their authentic self. With painting the roses red, covering up errors, they're also dealing with somebody that they fear in some way. And so coming in, bringing up the relationship situation, this could indicate, unfortunately, that your child is in an abusive situation. Because what this card is your child is covering up errors because the consequences of the person finding out that they made a mistake is worse than the consequences of them making the mistakes themselves. And they're walking on eggshells. And I feel like it could have, you know, unfortunately, some abusive relationship vibes, because we also have this never jam today in reverse. You know, promises that never come to be, empty words, you know. That's what pops out to me the most. Like, not living in the now, I feel doesn't even really fit with the reading. Is more so this promises that never come to be in empty words, and being gullible, believing everything that this person is saying. And so it could be believing that they, you know, I'm not gonna hurt you again, or it could be believing that I'm not cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm faithful. You're being paranoid. It could be that sort of thing, you know. Either way, your child is in a space where they're trying to please everybody, and on top of that, they're not seeing things for what they are. They're being gullible. They're believing words and not believing what they see. Okay? But again, the ancestors watching out, y'all. Okay? Ancestors got your child's back because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay? And so as far as how can you help and should you get involved, this is what these cards are. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The universe is going to force a change. Either they're going to wake up and smell the roses and, you know, pun intended, and make the changes for themselves, or the universe is going to force them to get out of this situation, to get out of this mindset. And now what gave me pause when I saw this is because lemon balm in hoodoo is about you can use lemon balm in hoodoo to take someone's spouse. And so it's showing up again, and then upright this time what I'm picking up from this card, and then with it coming right behind the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like your child is going to be forced to see the light because everything's going to be laid smooth out on the table. And you can't hide anymore. You can't be in denial. It's going to be a fucked up situation. Your child's stubborn. What can I say? What can I say? I got a feeling they got honest though. And so it's going to hurt them. We have Dispirited here. It's going to hurt them. They won't be sad. I mean, they will be sad about it, but it's necessary and it's going to work out in the end because we have the Fool here. Dandelion. Dandelion, remember, it's about wishes. It's manifestation. I'm talking about, remember, I haven't even done a video on Dandelion and its magical properties. But Dandelion is about wishes and manifestation. And so the Fool, once everything is laid bare, once they are forced to make the best decisions for themselves, not pleasing everybody, not worrying about what people think about them, owning who they are, flaws and all, and if you don't like it, then who cares? They're going to step into this new chapter, new beginnings, and begin to manifest the life that they deserve, because they got a good heart. They're, and that's, what hurts you, because they're a good person and you can't stand to sit back and watch these things happen. But again, just like with the last group, we have major arcana cards here. So they are learning major lessons and they're in a period of transformation right now. And this is just something that has to happen. They have to figure things out. And now, what's interesting about this card that came through, and notice that you're really not getting anything coming through about, you need help in some way. And we'll come to that in a minute. But what's interesting about this card, although it came upright, and I felt compelled to leave it upright, I also just got the sense that it was, instead of this symbiotic relationship that the yucca plant and the yucca moth have, because they can't live without each other, that what this actually represents in this spread is that your child is under the false impression that they can't live without this person, that they can't live without, either this relationship or this group of friends, but they absolutely can. And they will get a higher perspective. They will begin to see, because we do have this 3 of Wands energy here. But should you get involved, because like I said, you didn't really get anything, any advice, okay, well, you should do this. Well, parent, guardian, you're in recovery mode. So you have to listen to your intuition on this situation, whether you should get involved or not. Because what I picked up on this is, do you even have enough energy to spare to your child to help them right now? You're still healing from some things.